My name's Michael Render. They call me Killer Mike. And this is Conversate. I just want to conversate. I just want to conversate, which I want to convert. Conversate. Welcome back from the holidays, you sons of bitches. I am Michael Render, better known as Killer Mike. This is
the Grinch Bear.
And today we have a very special guest, man, a fellow Georgian, Mr.
Teddy Swims.
Teddy Swims, man.
Yes, sir.
It's so good to have you.
Man, I'm honored to be here, bro.
Man, on some nerd out shit, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame for Outkast. Getting in, I fucking see you're there too, and I kind of just lose it, hugging on you and shit.
Man,
and I realized,
dude.
I was like, oh shit, he's screaming and hugging too. So as a fan of yours,
well, yeah, same here. I was so excited. I was like, what do you mean? Killer Mike knows who I am? What the hell, bro?
Man, I got
such an honor, man.
Shout out to Ira, man.
Yeah,
Shout
Ira,
out
dude.
to my bro Ira, man. Roof.
Yeah, shout out to Shay, who introduced me to your music, and everybody knows Shay's my ace, my partner, my wife, and she is from the projects of Savannah, Georgia, but oddly loves vanilla soul. She likes white people that do very soulful music.
Well, that's good. That's good for me then.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean? So she introduces me to new and cool shit, and even when I introduce her to shit, she takes a little deeper dive. And then she played this kid that was singing like looked like in his fucking bedroom or something. And she says he's from here because she's Georgian too.
Yeah.
And man, I hear you, and I'm just like, God damn, like this reminds me, like if my mom was alive, she fucking loved this guy. Man, you are soul filled. You're deep. You have your songs have an energy to them. And you just told me you did metal. I'm like, I get it, but I don't get it. How did you go from doing?
Well, I think, just being here growing up, there's the best hip hop, the best country music, the best soul music, the best rock music. Everything always came out of Georgia, I mean, there was not a lack of amazing talent that I was exposed to and growing up on here, I mean, just the list goes on and on of amazing teams. And I think when I was like graduating high school, all my bands, all my friends were in metal bands.
Yeah.
And, like post-hardcore was such a huge thing then. And that was kind of my way into music. Everybody was doing that. So I just kind of, but I was always like singing soulfully, but it was just on top of that,
I read that you're a teacher in your junior year introduced you to musical theater and choir.
Yeah.
You remember that teacher's name?
I mean, Lelaine Rose got me in. So my buddy Jesse, who still plays guitar with me, we'd always been playing together, and his sister also did theater, and so my sweet Lene Rose, man, she's I mean, I still talk to her. She'll be at our show tomorrow. She's changed my life, man. Pete Touton and Chris Hall, my teachers there, they just really got me into theater, and I mean, it's changed my life. It saved my life, really. If anything, it got me gave me something to do after school that wasn't,
So did they know that you could sing, or how did that what made her say to you?
Yeah, me and Jesse were always kind of playing and singing, and I mean, we weren't good when we started by any means,
You weren't good.
No, dude. When I back in we were about probably in the 8th grade when we started kind of messing around. His dad was always in bands and stuff, and we wanted to be like his dad. And I mean, we'd go everywhere singing. We'd go to the movies and Conyers, and instead of going into the movie, we'd take that $20 and do what most 16-year-olds do with that $20. Buy a bunch of weed.
Buy some weed, buy some mid.
Yeah, buy some mid. Yeah, go roll up a blunt and smoke behind the Walmart or something.
Say word.
Yeah.
So your theory to me is theater kids take shit a lot more seriously.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
So and I was Frederick Douglass High School in their Arts Talent Center, and I noticed the theater kids, we'd have to paint their backgrounds and stuff, and they.
Oh, that's cool.
I mean, yeah, but I didn't understand how serious they were. They were fucking relentless about rehearsing and practice and getting better. Did that benefit you?
Absolutely. I mean, I think my senior year of high school, all I was doing at the time was I think I did 8 shows that year. I was in everything I possibly could be. I had this thing too because I was really far behind. So I had this thing called Alpha Omega, where you could go kind of pick up your work for the week. And do the thing. So I caught up on a bunch of my credits that way, the easy way, and then did all my core classes my senior year. And I showed up to school and I was like, well, I told the principal, look, I already got my credits. I'm just kind of here to do theater. And she was just like, I'm not signing off on that. That's fucking crazy. You
Yeah.
can't do that. I was like, well, I already got the credits, so I don't need them. So she still kept me in the classes and let me take zeros on all my credits, but I still had credits. So I literally just my senior year was going for theater and choir and
I did.
Yeah.
So I did an artist cheat too. I did summer school. I would go into summer school because it'd be easy to get math credits that way.
So
senior year, I had like just 2 open classes, and they let me take art. Mr. Murray, a teacher I shout out a lot, William Murray. I shout him out because I was really 2 hours a day. At one point, he just put a camera in my hand and said, "Just leave," and showed me how to develop film.
Oh, that's cool.
Arts
man.
are important, I think, in school, and your proof is in the pudding. Beyond that, like your teachers are coming to your fucking show. It shows a genuine appreciation when a kid connects with the educator or the instructor.
Yeah, I think, like I said, I mean, it got me to thank God for that, because I wasn't after school doing shit I shouldn't be doing. I wasn't selling weed anymore. I wasn't like fucking around or trying to act tougher than I was. And
so you get to give, say, our Governor Kemp, some advice on, say, arts programs in high schools.
Yes, man. I think it's imperative, especially with the way things are, man. I think it's imperative to be having arts. It's just like it's a no-brainer, man.
Yeah.
Kids need something to believe in, and kids need something to fall in love with, and a passion. I mean, if I didn't have a passion, like I'm very fortunate now that, like, when that became my passion, I knew I wanted to do that relentlessly for the end of my life. This is all I am, and I'm so grateful I found that, because I still see kids that are like coming out of school and don't know what they want to be when they grow up, or they don't know what to do, and they're forever just in endless jobs trying to find what makes them happy, and so it's having that, like, I guess, passion for something and that energy to put towards something. It's saved my life.
Yeah,
and I think it's imperative to have that in your life.
What's Conyers, Georgia?
Oh man, Rockdale County is down the road. We're about 30 minutes east of here, I reckon. Yeah, and I mean, I don't know. Is
it slow? Is it?
Is it
rustic? Is it rural?
No, it definitely is. It's definitely
picked up a lot.
Yeah, it definitely has, man. Now, especially I going through 138 now. It's so crazy to see all the things that have popped up there. But I mean, I still remember when I was coming up, like my grandparents, like having like chickens in the yard.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? That was still like,
even in the city, it was like, even in Atlanta when I was growing up, my grandmother's neighbors and stuff would still have chicken coops.
It was still a little bit of agricultural zoning to it.
You didn't have to go to the local Kroger.
Yeah. But I mean, now it's blown up. I mean, but between there and, like, I spent a lot of time in Covington as well, and that's like so much filming and, like, movie studios and stuff are popping up out there. It's turned into a little Hollywood. Wow. It's crazy.
When you were coming up, like, where'd you get together with other kids listening to music too?
Dude, it was always at my buddy Jesse's house, or like I said, we would go a lot to those romp and roll, the skating rink. We spent all of our time.
Skating rinks are big.
Yeah, bro. We used to love it when we were kids, man. I could go every.
Could you skate?
Yeah, I'm not bad at skater. I can get around. I mean,
I can't skate for shit.
You look like a football player. Never played football.
I know. I did. I definitely did. Yeah, I played until I was about 16. From the time I was like maybe 5. And
I was about to say, he's a Georgian, of course. You got some things that gonna make you play football. You from Alabama? We knew you weren't any good.
Yeah.
Talking about Roll Tide, Alabama?
I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to hear
guys
about
that Georgia just beat.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. It was kind of ass whooping too, bro.
Yeah. All right.
But yeah, I played football most of my life, man. My family's like a
football family.
Dude, man. I remember because when I got into theater, I kind of like fell out of it. I'm 5'7", so like being a defensive tackle was not really going anywhere for me. All the other kids were getting bigger, and those guys are like 6'4", 350 pounds. I was too tiny for it. And I remember telling my mom, like, I think I love theater. I think I want to sing. I don't want to play football anymore. And I remember her like coming in the living room and crying and being like, baby, but she pulled out all my trophies and all these little magnets and like all my little numbers on it and all this memorabilia of my stuff. But we've always done football. Why would you do this to us? We're a football family.
The gridiron.
And I remember I went, she came to my first little theater performance. We did this show called Damn Yankees, and I had like all of 2 lines in it. And after the show, she's like, I'm so sorry, baby. You're a star. You're a star, baby. I see it now.
That's right. That's right, Mom.
You made her a believer.
Yeah. I was like, I did 2 lines, but thanks.
Please tell me she cheers Georgia.
Yeah, bro. Of course. I mean, she's not much of a football fan, but
Yeah.
there was a while where she had Falcons tickets season long.
Can't be mad at
Got
that.
into it for a bit, but I mean, it's been a while since we've been.
You a Georgia fan?
Yeah, of course, bro. Big UGA fan, man. Go Dogs.
Man, what's it? I bet it's easier to get tickets now.
Oh, absolutely, bro. Yeah. We got to go to the we were back here to go to the Tech and Georgia game as well, and that was quite a slow burn, but it was fun, man. It was cool.
I want to ask like I said, Shay introduced me to your music, and she is a old soul type. Her grandma raised her, like my grandparents raised me. So there are times where we'll jump in the car ride, and there's nothing but Etta James, Nat King Cole.
Yeah.
Nothing but Frank Sinatra. Playing just our whole day. And we're stoner, so we're floating, having a good time. So when she plays you, I'm just like, man, who broke this kid's fucking heart? I'm like, what? Who was she? And how do we thank her? You know what I mean? Because you have a level of soul that doesn't just sound good. I feel you, when you speak. So who's the culprit, man? Who broke your heart?
Well,
sound that
I mean, with the last record, I was in a relationship, and I mean, yeah, she was. We were kind of in a really bad way. I think our thing at the time was, I feel like our how do I say this? Like our relationship was kind of so dependent on the stuff that we were, the lifestyle we were living, you know what I mean? And we were always drinking and doing blow and just in this lifestyle of one another. And I think we got quite dependent on that lifestyle, and I found it when we try to like kind of clean up our act a little bit. It was very difficult to like get that, like, you can love somebody so much, but I think we weren't just good for each other. And I think the things and she was an addict, and it was tough to like try to beat that and get out of that. And I know we went through a lot of shit, and so I think I'm grateful though. Like you said, I'm really grateful now. Now it's one of those things where heartbreak sucks so bad, and it feels like there's no way out of it. But I'm truthfully so grateful now that it happened, because if it wouldn't have been something so honest and so, I guess, like being vulnerable that way and putting that, it's so weird how like I think in music, like the more specific you get to your own thing, that it's so specific to you that you think nobody would relate to, it's more relatable. And I feel like that was the first time I like, because of that, and I needed that outlet so badly. I wasn't writing things, I think, to like try to be, maybe this is relatable to this, or, trying to like do something relatable. I think it was something just vulnerable and so specific, and then it ended up being something that worked,
like an exorcism of sorts of your own pains and demons and burdens and people.
It's such a beautiful thing that we have, that we can like take our trauma and like, I guess, like reclaim ownership of it, and
I mean, it's the
celebrate
blues.
it.
I mean, you're a bluesman.
Oh, that's right, bro.
When you hear, when you talk about, usually I always tell people, I say, man, it's people who are addicted stay together longer, like, because the addiction is like a part of the glue. So when someone cleans up and you have to separate to save self, that's a painful thing. There's a survivor's remorse.
I love that. Yeah.
There's really a,
But as I've spoken to her, before, I mean, she seems to be doing a whole lot better now. Like, recently, like, man, and doing, we're both on the right path, and I think that was a pivotal point in both of our lives that we both needed, and now we can look back and be like, man, I'm really proud that you're doing.
Yes, it's always good. It's always good for a relationship to grow.
Question: what church did you go to?
So
was it Holiness Pentecostal?
Yeah, my granddad, was a Pentecostal pastor.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It
It was called Lorraine Pentecost. Is what it was, and I grew
Were y'all
up.
like regular Georgia Pentecost, like go dance, move around, or were you like Tennessee Pentecost where you got the rattlesnake?
Well, no rattlesnakes.
Okay.
No rattlesnakes. But
there's subtle differences in the South. People don't know about.
I've never seen a rattlesnake in it, but I do like when I was coming up though. The church had gotten quite old, and everybody, so there wasn't as much dancing as there was at one point, but it definitely was like, everybody was so, I guess, old and decrepit at that point. I remember my granddad, like, they were at the funeral home like every week. He was preaching at something, man. He's like, somebody was passing in the church like weekly, and it was like, damn.
And it's
Brother
hard to
Martin,
get
yo.
That's I just
no young members coming to join in, but all the old ones passing
but
away.
I mean, they always had the open door. You know what I mean? I was always taking little kids and teaching the Sunday school.
Is that right?
Yeah, I mean, anything to get out of the actual service and be down there
Oh my
coloring books and shit with the kids.
Well, he was the same. He was the same. He smoked weed at church.
Well,
yeah. What's that video? He said, well, I don't freebase at church, but I mean,
I might toot. I might take a toot. I might toot. I'm not freebase.
Well, maybe you already heard the sermon before. Maybe.
Hey, man, I love Southern druggies, man. God, they have the best accents. I'll take a toot.
I'll do a little toot now.
So I'm sorry, Killer. Did you sing it? You sing at church? Were you?
Yeah, it wasn't until much later on, until like maybe I was already out of high school when I started singing in church, and I kind of like refound.
What brought you to church?
Well, I got back into church maybe about 21. I think I fell back into love with it again. It was a while. I think coming up in it, there's things that happen that you like can very easily be like, I'd seen the in and out of it. And then, I mean, my granddad was always an amazing man. Like, he lived by the thing and was very strict by the thing. I remember coming up, he was like, we wouldn't even eat at a restaurant that had a bar in it. He was like he was like a house builder. He had a carpentry, like wood shop in his house. He's like, I would never take money from the church as a pastor either, was just always like, I got to do it just right by the book. And I think those certain things, he was quite tough on a lot of things. And it was like, mom all wears skirts and, like pants and clean shaved face. And I don't know, there was some things with it that I just like fell out of. And then I kind of fell back in love with it again for a while there. And I still praise God, but I'm grateful for everything I have. But I think there's avenues to it that is not so, I think what was to me is that with my granddad, it was always like, I can't look at somebody who is like, let's say a devout Muslim who is like so much more devout and so much more into it and so much like more like like you got monks who take like 40-year silences and don't speak, and who am I to be like, you don't feel a damn thing when you're gay. That's not real. Like I can't ethically say that to somebody that like what you believe is fake. And I'm like a half-assed Christian over here, like, and saying I'm right and you're wrong and I'm going to heaven. Like, no, fuck no. That's not fair.
Did you and your grandfather have I asked because I had a very close relationship with my grandparents. My grandmother was very churchy. We were Baptists. We go to Baptist church, but I think she liked music and dancing, and since the Baptist church wouldn't let her do it, we would go to these little small Pentecostal churches where there'd be amazing music and dancing. But my grandpa, me and him were tight. And I never thought he was really in the church till later in his life. I was like, you believe in God? He's like, yeah. He's like, I just don't believe in going to church so much. But I was so tight with him that he kind of gave me a living example of how to be a good man. And
I think that's the best. I think like there's so much like, I guess, principles and like, you know, and core values and how to treat people that I've earned and learned from that I will always grasp to. I mean, speaking of, I remember like one of the last times, this was a few years ago before he passed. And I remember when I first started playing piano and I was learning to play and singing, and he had a piano in his room, and he came in there and he doesn't know how to play, but he came and said, man, I want you to play. I know you got your bands going on, but I think you need to be playing for the Lord. I think that's what you need to be doing, is playing for the Lord. Don't be playing. He said, all these kids out here these days are, hip hopping and break dancing and carrying on for the Lord. And I said, break dancing for the Lord. I was like, Pop, nobody's broke dance for the Lord since my mom was young. And if they are break dancing for the Lord, Pop, let them break dance for the Lord. Man. It's not a sin to break dance for the Lord. Let those kids fucking break dance. Man.
I gotta ask, Teddy, Mr. Swims. You don't mind, do you, if I ask?
No.
What's your favorite gospel song?
Man, that's a tough one. I would probably say, it's I feel no ways tired, come too far from where I started from. Yeah, that's that right there.
Don't you
I won't
ever
complain. I won't complain. Yeah.
Don't you
And
ever
I won't complain.
in your
Yeah.
fucking life attempt
Hey,
to join him
man,
and
when
singing.
the good one,
You just ruined a viral moment I
You
had
can't
with Teddy
ruin
Sims.
singing gospel. You just
You
sing
can't-
from
you
your
can't-
heart.
Yeah, I would have
man,
said
no
make a
matter how-
joyful noise.
Yeah,
That's
make
right,
a
right?
joyful noise.
I will say this though, going in those little Pentecostal churches, your grandmother make you get up there, you sing with it, and then there'd always be this one family that was like they were revivalists. They'd be going to town.
Oh yeah, like the little duets and triplets.
Yeah,
you know,
you're
like
right. And those kids were way more talented than you. Those Sundays used to piss me off.
we'd always have those. Yeah, they would come with like a tape, and then they'd
Yeah.
play the most like Southern gospel music. Yeah,
Yes, they would.
about 4 of them, a whole family.
And they would
yeah.
kill everything.
That was me, Kira, Pooh Bear, and Jabba.
You were those kids.
Because his father, my Uncle John, was the pastor, and we would go to the park in New Haven, Connecticut. He would preach, and we would perform. And that was one of the songs that we would perform.
Take a little love offering for him after the end.
That's what I'm saying. It was a scam. And we had to sing
it
for
was not a
free.
scam.
It was a scam.
Yeah, we had to sing for free.
Pentecostal
It
scamming,
was
man.
not a scam. Uncle John, I believe in what you was doing for the Lord.
You know what I've as a Southerner, as I've traveled the world, I've developed kind of like you. Like I can't condemn other people's choice and belief, and I've seen parts of the Christianity I grew up in other places, called other things.
Yeah.
But man, have you found that being a Southerner is a unique experience as you travel?
Yeah,
in terms of
absolutely, man.
connecting with people.
You know, I think one of the biggest things we were somewhere in Europe at one point. This was years ago when I first started going out there, and I remember we're sitting at the bar, and I remember saying like, "Yes, ma'am," and her kind of getting this like offense, like I was calling her an old lady, But I was like, no, I mean it's endearing. I promise. It's a respect thing. It's not like a yes grandmother. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not calling you an old lady. I think there's no place like the respect and the hospitality and the way that you treat people here and open the door and hold the door and I think it's you never find that anywhere else.
Yeah, you hear it in your talking tone and in your music. I found like I've traveled to it. Like the yes ma'am, I'll say if a teenager's serving me, I'm a yes ma'am or yes sir.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're in the authority position of server right now, so I'm gonna respect you. It's like going to Chick-fil-A. I say yes ma'am and yes sir to them. Music opened so many opportunities for me. It gave me an opportunity to be sitting here with you today. For a kid in Conyers, Georgia, it's only 30 minutes from Atlanta. Man, you are this big global phenomenon thing that you ever as a kid imagine that it would be this.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Okay, talk to me now. Talk to me now, because I was a believer at 9.
Yeah, this is it. I mean, as soon as I found this passion and found this door opened up, it was like I gotta do this. I remember my first time like feeling like it was 2007. I went to Warped Tour, and this was like all these badass bands was playing at the time. Yeah, bro, it was so cool. And I saw this band, Coheed and Cambria. They're one of my favorite bands at the time. And man, the singer, he's got this big long curly hair, and he did a stage dive, and like, they were like he was kind of doing the crowd surfing bit, and I had like his like I had touched his hair, and I was like, it smells like strawberries, girl. Holy shit, I was like so freaking out about it, bro. And I was like, I gotta be that. I gotta do that. I gotta be that guy. I still to this day have never like crowd surfed. I mean, I'm too big to be out here crowd surfing. And my type of music ain't that.
Does your hair?
No, not currently. I probably not.
Well, you know what? Though I got a package of swag shop products to send to you. I think you got dope hair and beard. You and Action Bronson got two of the coolest beards. Action. I got to get Action on. He is one of the best.
Well, I talked to him recently too. I'm like only on Instagram because I feel like it's always happens where we get confused for each other. I like told him, and he's like, "Oh man, I always get confused for you too." And I was like, "Well, hell yeah, man, way to go, good looking."
Y'all some handsome bearded bastards.
That's right.
Man. I gotta send you an Action things. But so you got amazing hair. I don't know if it smells like strawberry, but you definitely got hair. I ain't forgetting. I own barbershops just to qualify. People think I'm fucking man crushing. This handsome bastard I'd love to put on a poster. Buy some beard oil. But he I find you to be a player. And what I mean by that is there's a stick, like out of Nashville, you got to have your Western shirt, you got to have on your
sure
hat,
thing.
you got to have your Ford F-150 or 250 in the background. But Georgians, whether it's you or the Allman Brothers, REM, it's just that there's a player aesthetic about it. It feels like Outkast could play right after the record. You know what I'm saying? It feels like Goody Mob is played in the same party. Is there anything that's special about this Red Clay of the Soil you think that you bring or add? Because you cool as a motherfucker.
Well, appreciate that.
Yeah.
No, I think growing up on that stuff, it's like I think it's what's authentic and feels right to me. I think the biggest thing for music that I've always tried my best to do is never be like, if I'm writing something and something feels like this and it feels good, just letting it be good and not be like, oh man, maybe this is too rock or this is too country or this is too hip hop. Yeah, I can't do that. If it feels good, it's fucking good, man. And if it feels right and authentic, then I think people can see through like, if something not authentic. So I don't want to just go like, oh, we can't do that because that ain't me. Unless it is truly not me, then I won't. But if it feels good, then fucking do it.
So Lose Control felt good.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I mean,
I heard this record. I'm just like, when you went, especially as an artist, when you know something special, like, oh shit, special. I'm about to witness a special thing. Motherfucker went diamond. And
bro, yeah, it's crazy.
What does that moment feel like for you? Because you're a writer, you're a performer,
I think for me, dude, we like when we got that record, like when I first got done writing the record and we sang it in and did the thing, like I remember from the first demo of it being like, holy shit, we got this one's gonna be life changing. I know I found the record, like I got it, like we did it. And I'm seeing it do what it did, and it's still doing I mean, I think to some degree is like justifying for me because it feels like now I know when I get that feeling in the studio that I know how to trust that gut feeling now, and I know what's good, and I know like my taste is good, so it feels like I mean, even if I don't have that feeling in the studio, I always try to finish whatever the fuck it is we're doing. I don't ever try to write to get that or get the hit, but you can't, But I think when I feel like I know what's right and good, then it is good, and it was just justifying, I guess.
So it validates your own instinct.
Yeah.
It makes you trust yourself more.
Right. Exactly.
So you wrote that record?
Yes, sir. Yeah. Yeah, me and a few buddies of mine, Julian Bunetta, Mickey Echo, this guy Ammo.
It's the dopest shit about me. It feels southern. It feels soulful. It feels rock enough. It's like I realized I got introduced to rock by I got two dads, both my dads, and one was a Bon Jovi guy, one was a Led Zeppelin guy. So you get to hear everything in between. But when you're listening to Black Sabbath, there's a soul in Ozzy's.
Oh, absolutely.
You listen to Meatloaf, there's a soul. If you listen to Queen, there's a soul. So when I heard Lose Control, I'm just like, God damn. And now to know that only you wrote it, like you really are a connector of some outside force that people need to feel. Do you ever feel like a conduit for this? Because your music, like when I listen to it, it feels like when I feel like blues or gospel. It feels like
good.
So when you're writing it, are you?
I don't think I'm ever going into like we need to bridge all these things. I think it's just like whatever serves the. What they say, like the most important member of the band is the song, whatever serves that song and that feeling and that emotion, I think it's the way you got to take it. And I mean, that's also a big shout out to fucking Julian Bunetta for pushing the record 150 ways. That guy doesn't stop, until it's the right fucking thing. He'll like experiment, and I mean, we'll get 150 something versions of the tune until it's like
you did
that's right.
I did. We did 123 days. Traveling 123 days. I forgot how many days ago. I woke up in a hospital in Chicago, exhaustion and dehydration. I blinked out in fucking my sleep. You did 198 shows.
Yeah, but
how did you?
Well, we ended up having this year to. I had something similar. I had we were just in Hawaii not too long ago, and finally my body just. Gave up. We were in Hawaii, and we had two shows out there in Honolulu, and I went on the first one, and I sang through the first song, no problems, feeling good all day, and then the second song starts, and I just went to open my mouth, and it said, and nothing came out.
Oh,
And I went another song or two and couldn't figure it out, and finally had to be like, I'm so sorry, y'all. I have nothing.
Oh wow.
And ended up canceling. And like, I mean, I think I slept for almost a week. Like it was like, I think this is dude, the show, the life is it's brutal, man.
Yeah,
It's brutal.
Be careful what you ask God for. You might
Yeah.
get it. You know?
It's brutal, man. It's very brutal, man. It's like it takes everything out of you. You're always constantly moving and going and giving and giving and giving and screaming at the top of your lungs.
You become that revivalist. You're traveling town to town. You're because the purpose of you being there is to bring people together to have this amazing time. But I don't think a lot of times people realize how much musicians give of themselves, and until it takes its toll physically.
I mean, and I think the biggest thing too is I'm so grateful for my band and the dudes I grew up with. They're all from out here too, and we've been together for since high school, and so it's so wonderful to have those guys, because I think a lot of times there's so much shit going on at home and for everyone, maybe somebody misses their kids or going through something with their wife, and it's very tough to have to have the conversation. And luckily we check on each other, but to be like, look, man, we're about to go on stage right now. We got 10,000 people out there who are like booked the hotels, who are here. They've been thinking about this for months. They're here to have a good time. And I understand you're upset, but we got to set that aside for the next 2 hours and go out there and make them have the best time of their life. And then after that, we can cry about this when we get off, and I think that is a lot of times what you go through. You got to put yourself to the back burner for a minute and of course it's a blessing and it's an honor to be able to do it. But I think that's the biggest thing is, I get in this situation with even my girl all the time where she's like, you give 100% of yourself to everybody all day long, all night long. And then as soon as I get in bed with you, I'm getting what's left, and that sucks, and I'm trying to my best to, it's like, do you what did Kevin Hart say one time? Do you want this life or do you want good dick? You know what I'm saying? Because I don't think you can have both.
I'm gonna give you this who my dad gave me. Don't fall too hard for a woman's tears.
Yeah.
Like they'll hit you with a guilt trip. Like the mission is the mission.
Yeah.
Like the mission is the mission. And
Amen. And for you, the calling is the calling.
Yeah.
It spoke to you when you
That's
got on
right.
stage.
Yeah, you obviously have one.
Like,
And
it's on you.
That ain't hating on sis. Don't hate on sis.
But it's on you.
But it's on you.
And it's in you too.
Yeah.
Obviously.
I love it.
Hey, what's up? It's January. It's not December anymore. You're not planning to do this. You're doing this. If you're unprepared to do this, you're still doing it. You're still going to do it. You've been wanting to start a t-shirt company. You're going to start pressing shirts. You're going to set up your Shopify. You're going to start selling shirts. Now, you make candles. I don't know. You got something else to offer. You're going to set up your store this month. You're going to start this month. I don't care if you make $1. Just $1 more than you would have made because you got off your ass and you did it. We're not in the procrastination stage anymore. We're not in the planning stage. We're in the doing. We're into Shopify. We're into selling whatever we got. We're into doing it now. And you're going to do it. You know why? Because it gives you the tools to easily build your dream. It gives you the tools you need and you're looking for, and you're going to take those tools and you're going to grow it up. You set up fast with Shopify's AI tools. You don't have to wait. You don't have to go back and forth and wonder why. You can set it up and you can adjust quickly if it doesn't work the way you thought it worked. You're going to find a way to make it work. Marketing is built in too. You have built-in marketing. Some stuff you're going to come up with is going to be amazing. But until then, they have tools and options to help you with your marketing. Shopify does. That's why you got something up this month. You're not waiting to next month. That's why you know the time is now and not in the distant future. Hey, as you grow, Shopify grows with you. That's right. They grow with you. You handle more orders. You expand into more markets. You do it all from the same dashboard. Shopify right now. Not February, not March, not April. Right now. January. Let's get it. Yeah, it's 2026. Stop waiting and start selling with Shopify. Check it out. You want to sign up for $1 per month and start selling today? Shopify.com/Killer Mike. Go to Shopify.com/Killer Mike. That's Shopify.com/Killer Mike. Hear that first? This is a new year with Shopify by your side. But we definitely need you to take some breaks. I don't want you to wake up in a while you can't sing. How did you get, like, I found mentally, spiritually, physically, the breakdown clicks differently. I can feel when spiritually I'm just not there. Bear pull me to the side, say, "Hey man, how you doing?" You know what I mean? How you need to we might have to go on a walk, or he take me somewhere to see Bruce Lee's grave or something. But it's a spiritual one. And physically, when I'm beat up, he's like, hey man, you getting your rest, you not. And then there's mentally, he can tell I'm just fucking breaking down and might fucking scream on security or some shit. And he pulls us out, hey, you need to watch yourself. But how do you get your voice back? Because I understand mentally you're broken down. I understand physically you're tired of shit and your voice is gone. But man, how do you get, like, if I lost your voice, I'd cry. I just wouldn't come out.
It does feel like especially when you lose your voice, it always feels like, what if this is never coming back?
I was like, this shit is it. It's over.
Yeah, I'm done. Yeah. And but I think I with nothing but tea and steam and just rest, and I like shutting the hell up. Like that's what you got to do sometimes. To just keep your mouth shut and it'll come back. But also like learning, I got to take better care of myself. Sometimes I get carried away with the drinking, you know what I mean? I love tequila,
Georgian,
man.
drive some vocal cords.
Yeah, it's so bad. Yeah, so I'm now better off at trying to like wait till at least post show to like start getting a little hammered.
Josh said at least to wait till post show.
Yeah. I don't go up there just fucking belligerent anymore.
Do you have a vocal coach or vocal trainer?
Not really. I mean, my buddy who sings backup for us right now, Devin, we warm up together a good bit, but he's but I'm pretty in the know as far as like what it takes vocally to, I guess, teach in a way that like I could vocal coach if I had to.
Is that right?
Yeah, I know how it works in the body and what I need to do.
My voice now.
I got you, dude. Yeah,
I'm call you, Teddy, for Michael too.
Yeah, come on, bro.
I'm gonna call you for Michael too.
Let's go. I would be honored. Yes, bro. I'm happy, dude. I would be so stoked. Right. That's a fucking great album too, man. Yeah. That God, Michael was so incredible,
Thank
man.
You so much, man.
Also, man, hearing you when you got that Grammy, man, was such an awesome moment for you, for Atlanta, for just
that
fucking
Pentecostal church. That was a praise day.
Yeah.
But y'all motherfuckers didn't understand what I was doing. That was when you just get so filled with the Holy Spirit. It's either that or beat the shit out of somebody. So you better be happy out there, because I was overwhelmed. In that
such a beautiful thing to hear you get up there and do, man. And I mean, it's a big day.
I always feel like I'm doing it for home. Like I will say, whether I'm listening to Little Richard or James Brown or Allman Brothers or Outkast or Goody Mob, as a Georgian, I've always felt like the wins were for us.
Yes,
yes,
sir.
I'm listening to Chim for us, and so that Grammy night, I felt like, man, I did it for us and
for the whole time.
Yeah, for the whole time, for the whole state, man. I be wanting to make y'all proud,
dude. Same here, man. We need those, man. Yeah. We deserve those, man. This place has got so much history and love, and it's it's got its flowers, but been slept on in a lot of ways too for so long, And I think this place it deserves it. I mean, again, like the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, watching Outkast get their flowers for Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, I was like, this is the best night this is so big for Atlanta, man. I was like, I can't believe I get to be a part of watching my hometown and watching heroes from the hometown get what they deserve.
I saw it on your face when you came out the green room to come take a picture with Big Boy and Killer and Dre. You were so excited. I said, man, this is what it's all about.
Yeah, man. That was the best night of my life,
being a fan of you and you being such a huge fan of them, I was just like, oh, man, this is special. I really enjoyed seeing that.
Dude, I get to meet Big Boy's mom, too. It was so cool, man. He's like, man, she's such a big fan of you, bro. You got to meet her. And I got to meet her, and she's like, oh my God, I love you. This made my day. And I said, I don't know how this made your day. Your son just got nominated to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, but I appreciate that very much.
You speaking of sons, June this year, right?
Yes.
You become a
father.
Yeah, man.
Congratulations.
Thank you. He's the best, man.
What's his name?
I would tell you, but
okay.
If
you don't,
I would wait till Mama's like, okay, all right, wait, but I'll tell you what it is.
Or if he has a nickname, but no, don't get in trouble with fucking mom. Don't.
Yeah. I always kind of wait her lead on that day.
In a lot of Southern families, the boy. How's the boy?
Bro, he's great, man. I just, I've been away from him for a week, so I saw him last night when I got in, and 5 months, about to be 6 months old now, and we got like such a real relationship now too, when I see him or when he wakes up or I pick him up or, I pop into the room or on FaceTime or anything. He's like, just can't stop smiling. He's like, that's my dad. That's my favorite guy. No matter if he's in the middle of crying, he sees my face. He's like, "Oh, everything's fine. It's Dad." And it's the coolest shit ever, man.
Is it? Do you feel it? It changes you, like, you know.
Oh yeah, dude. It's such a weird thing though, because man, Mom is such a superhero, dude. She gave birth to him right at the house. We bought a house in Nashville, and she like gave birth. We like the actual natural thing at the house. And
was it like in the kiddie pool?
Well, we started there, and then the pool ended up being kind of like the bath was a little small, and then like we ended up going to the bed, and you know had like one of these like like where you could lift up the headboard. So she sat on like this and was, I mean, just kind of leaned over. And,
did she have a doula? Like a?
Yeah, we had a couple of those. And it was. Dude,
you were in the room.
Yeah, it was remarkable. It was
fucking amazing.
But I was literally like, as I'm holding her like this, she's leaned back, so the ass is that way with the head coming out, and I'm trying to do this number, and she's at one point pushing the head and biting the shit out of my arm, and I'm like, ooh, don't say ow, bro. Like if you fucking scream right now and you say ow, you're a bitch.
Don't be a bitch, Teddy. No, sir.
I was like, how dare I feel like ow right now? You know what I'm saying? She's got it way worse than I did.
You're not going through shit.
Yeah, I know. I was like, just fine, just take it, man, take it. But it was a dude. I mean, from the moment I held the kid, it was like, it was almost like everything was changed, but like there was such a calm and relief once I held him. There's all this fear going into it. Like, do I know what I'm doing? But it comes so second nature all of a sudden. You're like, I feel like I've been your dad my whole life, And I remember my dad, he's out there in the living room, and my dad had been telling me, son, you're about to know how much I love you, baby. You're about to finally know. And I ran out there and hugged him, and he said, I told you, baby. I told you. Man. I told you, son. And that makes me want to cry right now. I love that, man. He's my hero, man.
Your old man. So you have a good relationship with your old man.
He's the fucking best.
Hey, man, don't it mean something, man?
Yeah.
I work with people who had no fathers. I was blessed. I had two dads. My mom had two great.
Excuse me. That was an insult towards me and my.
Hold on, man. I was headed for the crying moment.
Growing
up my virility.
So now he gonna make me cry because I still love you, Dad. Rest in peace.
Yeah, God bless you, man.
Thank you. Appreciate it, man. Yeah.
And he's a great father. He has two. Yep. He married a doctor, so it's a little easier for him. But
I married a college student that became a doctor, and I have 3 sons.
So you stuck, you stuck through it. You stuck through the hard stuff, man.
I stuck through the hard stuff. Yeah,
man. Sure. I'd never watch again.
Watch?
Yeah, the baby come out.
Yeah, I saw like a like
I leaned over like I'm an advisor. I'm Don Draper. Like I asked my grandpa. I saw my daughter come, my oldest daughter. I was like, whoa, that certainly changes things. I found someone I love.
It changes your perverted mind into your natural mind.
I gotta say, yeah,
dude,
it did for me. But it was like watching porn in reverse. Like, whoa, wow, this is It's like this is forget. I'm not trying to go too far off course, Teddy. I'm just saying you did it in a you.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
Well, like I said, when we were getting ready to have the baby. Correction, she was getting ready to have the baby. I was just
because the way you described it, she was riding a Harley.
Yeah, I was like that, bro. Yeah. But she used to send me like. Cause somehow on Instagram now, I mean and it's natural, so I get it. Like they could show people pushing out babies on Instagram, but she would just send this shit to me, or like we'd be watching it all the time, and I get it, like she's getting herself mentally prepared for it, but she'd be like, baby, look at this, and I'm like, oh fuck, she's like, well, you're gonna have to see that. I said, yeah, I'm gonna have to see that when that's my baby. I don't know that lady, I don't know that child, I don't want to see that coming out of that. Yeah. I don't want to see her shitting all over her baby right now. I don't know her. She's like, isn't it beautiful? I said, yeah, probably for Dad, but not for me. It's not.
Damn.
I don't need that. I don't know that lady. I don't know if she wants me seeing that either. Man. I feel like weird because I don't know if that lady knows that I'm watching this. And
I remember.
Like, what?
That's her business.
Man.
Yeah, that's her business.
Daddy swims.
I'm minding my own damn business.
Watch Seen by Teddy. Oh man. That's so fucking amazing. I asked my grandfather, I said, y'all didn't see the baby? Somebody said, what? See the baby come out? I put the baby in there. I didn't need to see it coming out there. And I did ask them, so where did dads go? He said, shit. They went where they were supposed to go. In the waiting room and smoked a cigarette till they told us to come in. And I was like, I get it now. So I didn't see any of the other three get born. Just my oldest daughter. Everybody else, I was like, just call me.
Yeah,
so you're not traumatized from
Yeah, I was traumatized.
No, yeah. I luckily didn't.
It didn't traumatize you a little bit.
I kind of, like I said, I leaned over and I saw like a part of her head, and I was like, "Ooh, let me just stay right here."
Okay, so you saved yourself. I didn't save. I was full on like.
Yeah, I had a buddy who was like, "Man, you got to be there. You got to be there. You got to be there to catch that baby when it comes out." And I said, what you mean catch that baby when it comes out? They come flying out.
I didn't want that responsibility. They were like, you want her? Like, no, I'm a fucking problem. Which already said I'm a spill. His mom got pregnant. You know what I mean? I'm definitely going to shoot up the club. I don't know how to handle the gun. Like, it's going, yeah. And then, you heard what I said, though, about for real, but you got a French kiss and get, you see the right.
Lord, please help us get through this interview. Lord, Father, good baby Jesus, help us.
I want as much shit as I talk, and my son Pony's pretty good at it too. I like the fact that when I go and I mention that I'm Pony or Malik's father, I get talk about how good a character they have. I would hope in some small part it is based on how they've seen their father operate in front of them and in the community, and because I want to leave the world good people. What's the legacy you want to leave for son, man?
I think in some ways the same exact thing. I would say I want him to just be a good person. You know, I want him to be kind. I want them to be, and I hopefully he thinks I'm cool, man. I think my dad is the coolest motherfucker in the world, man. You know, and I hope and sometimes it scares me having him as a granddad, because I'm like, man, my kid's gonna think his granddad is so much cooler than me.
Granddad's always a little cooler,
he's
though.
The coolest, bro.
They get to go fishing, fuck off, talk shit, let you drink a little beer.
I think the biggest thing for me is I find that the kids nowadays are so exposed to everything. It's not like when we were kids, like you could kind of be like protected from some harsh realities and harsh truths coming out.
Well,
the gate.
We weren't in a protected class. No, we saw all the fucked up shit.
Yeah,
they just we were feral. They just let us outside for 10 hours. You were just outside. You were seeing dead bodies, corpses. You were experiencing sex too young.
Yeah. I mean,
not where I grew up. That's the west side. That's the west side of Atlanta.
Definitely was experiencing, like sex and shit like that young. And I mean, I was probably smoking and drinking way too early. I was probably 10 when I started drinking and smoking.
My sister told me she stole my mom's joint at like 9, 10 years old. I was like, that's why you were the wild one. You got it.
Yellow Wolf told me he got off drugs at 14.
Wow. Whoa.
That's when Yellow Wolf told me that. I said, oh, this is different.
Okay.
Yeah, I hope to God that my son is not. I mean, he won't be like exposed to that kind of that thing. He's got a lot sweeter. But I mean, as far as the being exposed on social media to all this different stuff, like there's no hiding things from kids. And I heard somebody say not too long ago, they was like, here's my rule that as soon as your kid's able to ask a real question, they deserve a real answer. You know what I mean? And a thoughtful question response is a thoughtful answer. And I just always want to be like, there's not so much like sheltering, I guess I can do of like keeping things from, because some kid is going to tell them about this and that and this and that.
The cool thing about being a dad is that gets to be your part too. Like your part is to get up and try it again. Your part is to, well, it's not fair, but life's like this. Your part is to, you don't bully, and here's why. So you get dads, I found, after a certain age, kids need their moms, whether it's breastfeeding or just a reassurance that somebody loves you, but at some point, and I generally think with boys, it probably comes around as early as 3.5, but it's around 5, 6. It's time to say, hey, you're a little boy, and the world can be a crazy place, so we're going to build this relationship now. Yeah. And there needs to be a certain honesty in talking, and not like you give your kids the heaviest stuff, but just like good, honest answers.
Like Ricky Bobby's dad said, son, if you're not first, you're last.
Absolutely.
My dad was 19 when I was born. And
dude, I think my dad had already had. He was 21, I think, and he had me and my older brother already. Yeah. And I was like, what the fuck, man? I'm 33 now, and I'm like, I'm capable of this. nowadays I so much now, like with any issues I have with my mom or anything going on in our lives, I'm always like, you know what, like. And she said this one time to me. She said she's a hairstylist, and this really stuck with me.
Your mom is?
Yeah, and this really stuck with me. She had a picture of me and my older brother on her, on her area, and some lady said, "Glenna, how'd you raise such good boys?" And she said, "Hell, they raised me," and that really stuck with me, because I was like, because now I there's so much more forgiveness and so much more understanding grace to her, because like she was a kid with. Yeah. Little kids and she was still a baby trying to have babies, and now I see so many of the things that are maybe even trying to grab back at, like, there's certain things she's still growing and certain wisdom that she needs and certain like play that she still needs to have, and things that she needs to experience and go play and do shit that I had a chance to get out of my system already. That I've waited till I was well off and okay and in a good place and a mental great space and a whole entire man before I brought a life into this.
Yeah.
And it just wasn't like that for them.
That's dope. I heard Dr. Frances Cress Welsing say that, she's speaking to my community in particular, but I think in general, all working class communities, you should wait until your mid-30s, early mid-30s before you have a kid, because give yourself a chance, like you say, to have some of that fun, to engage some of that folly. Malik was 14 years old. Malik is 31 now. We were in Miss Ann's snack bar in Kirkwood. Miss Ann's was like the soup Nazi about hamburgers. She had some best hamburgers in Atlanta. You go there, no cell phones, no cursing, and then you sit at a stand, shut the fuck up till she asked you what kind of burger you wanted. But we walk in there. I'm nothing like my dad. I'm more like my mom. I'm more boisterous. My dad's pretty reserved. She knows my dad, so she's always perplexed by how the fuck I'm so out of it. And my son comes in quiet. And she looks at him. She looks at me. She says, "Who is that?" I says, "That's my son." She says, "Hell, y'all just raising each other." And I appreciated her in that moment, because a few years later it gave me an opportunity to sit my kids all down the table and say, "Look, I need you guys to know, man, I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. I was so young when I had y'all. I just didn't know. And I was chasing this dream, and it took me away." And it gave us a real chance to have a conversation like that. So the fact that to hear you giving your mom that grace to say she was a kid with kids. Yeah. My mom was 16 when she had me. She was a kid. I think a lot of my audience, has kind of come to reconcile that with themselves. But that's something I love for the audience to know, because a lot of times we only love music because our parents were cool enough to let us hear it. And a lot of parents I know weren't. A lot of people.
Thank God I had that space of, they'll always be like, "Well, look, just don't go repeating this shit." But like, you can hear that. You can have it.
Exactly.
Don't tell your granddaddy you're listening to 2 Live Crew. My dad. We would get in the car on the weekend. I go see my dad, and he let me sing along. I was like, "Can I sing it?" He's like, "Yeah, just don't go home to your mom and say this shit." And we'd be, "Hey, we want some pussy." And I didn't know what that even meant, but my dad laughed like hell, like just like.
Oh man.
That makes me want to ask, did you grow up listening to R&B music?
Yeah, man. Well, it was, I guess it was more like my mom was super, always on gospel. I mean, she listened to some Nia Twain and stuff like that.
Oh, wow.
But my dad, he was the one that always let us, like, I remember I get in his car and I get into his truck and we'd open the glove box and he turned me on like Keith Sweat and
come on, man.
And he used to have R. Kelly in there too, but I mean, of course,
we all listen to R. Kelly.
I ain't gonna lie. R. Kelly the man is in prison.
Yeah.
R. Kelly the music probably playing in the Ford downstairs. Yeah, his music is something.
Right, but yeah, he was, that was like such a, I mean, I remember that was always like the first thing I would grab when I get this check on to play. Well, play Ignition, man. Just wanted to hear that shit, bro. I loved it, man. Because I remember I was in 4th grade, and actually it's so cute story. So like I was living with my dad for a few months at the time, and I kind of joined in the middle of the school year, and our teacher at the time, Miss Barry, was like, I was in the 4th grade and we were about 8 years old, and I remember we're on the way back from recess, and she made a deal with all the kids in the class, like, look, if everybody shuts up, comes in recess, just works on the workbooks and doesn't talk, doesn't say a word, I'll put on Al Green, and I remember all the kids walking in this class like bubbles and single file, not saying shit. I'm like, yo, like, who's Al Green? They're like, shut the fuck up, man. Like, not, and so we get there, and I remember to this day opening up my workbook and her putting that thing on, and I'm so tired of being alone. And I was just like, whoo, dude, you see all these little
Man, you could have
8-year-olds.
kept going.
You see all these 8-year-olds just like sitting here swaying and feeling like heartbreak that they don't understand, you know? And I was just like, God, man, I asked my dad, like, who the hell is Al Green, man? This is crazy. Al Green, I never heard some shit like that, man. And it changed my life, man. Put me on the Boys to Men and all sorts of cool shit.
I gotta go to his church. I've promised myself I gotta go.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Yeah, I gotta run. I'm gonna hit you when I come through that. He does, but he goes home to preach on Sundays.
Yeah. Oh, I gotta go see him, man.
I'm gonna hit you when I do no bullshit.
Yeah,
I'm gonna hit you like, hey,
I'm in Nashville, man.
I
so
love
the
mob. Yeah, I love the mob in.
Yeah, I'll go to church with you, Mike. Let's go, bro.
Take a break and let this asshole in. Hold on one second.
All right. Al Green, my mother is 16 years old when she has me, and my mommy, she marries I have two dads. She marries dad number 2 when I think she's about 19, 20 years old, and when she moves, she leaves me her record player and her records, which include Al Green, Curtis Mayfield,
yes sir,
the Isley Brothers, Isaac Hayes. Oh man, Marvin Gaye. And I just spent hours when I realized through some therapy and deep marijuana usage that my connection with music, and especially that music, is probably because I missed her. And that was my way of connecting with her. Now, she didn't just leave. I still go to her house on weekends and stuff, but there'd be times where I just sit in a dark room and just play Al, play Curtis. And so it really it connects me to her still. Soul music, I found, does that with little children.
Oh,
when my children were young, I'll play soul music around them. So a teacher that had the good sense to play it in the classroom, do you think we should do that some more? Because that was a brilliant idea.
I think so. I think it's so weird how I think inherently it's like we do understand like heartbreak and love and deep feelings. And I don't know if that comes from like a past life or if it comes from like just the energetic soul that's just in the room. And, you know, I think maybe energy always stays the same. So that soul just moves in a way that, like, I don't know, but when you can feel honesty and you can feel heartbreak and you can feel pain and you can really like feel, I think we're just, we all tap into something that's like so bigger than us.
It feels like when you sing, like you're trying to heal. Like,
absolutely.
I know we kind of fall under the Pentecostal umbrella. But for those who might not have grown up in Pentecostal churches, music is very involved. Rhythm is involved. There's faith healing and things of that nature. But man, your music feels like you're trying to heal.
Absolutely, man. And I think the biggest thing too is I mean, you know, anything like childhood trauma, heartbreak, man. I've just
even in the audience, it's just like, man, people walk away to get their tears out.
I think what's so great about it too is even these days that, you know, as I'm doing well and I'm in a happy relationship and a happy family and successful and doing well, I think there's always a piece of me too that when, let's say I sing this song and it's about this person that has shattered me years ago that I'm completely moved on from. I think it's my duty for 3.5 minutes to completely feel that thing, open that wound all the way back up and fall right back into that same place. And as a reminder, because as soon as that 3.5 minutes is over, I can step back and say, like, I'm on the other side of that now.
Yeah.
It felt good to like tear that thing back open and feel it all again. And I can just remind myself how to tap back into that feeling versus like, I feel so much in my life I used to, I don't know, almost like keep myself in harm's way for like fuel for the record or something in some masochistic way, you know, where I gotta always was like had to be this tortured, like, like, oh, she's gonna break my heart, but I'm cool with it. You know what I mean? Like, and I think that was such a silly way of living at the time. And now I know how I can access those things and those emotions and be grateful for those things that have made me who I am without having to live in turmoil, you know?
Does accessing those emotions and feelings while you perform, is it more draining?
No, I think it's so healing, man. I always say it's a good day to cry, man. I try to get a little bit out a day if I can, man. I love to be hurt, you know. I love to feel like, I'm
a crier.
I know it's temporary. Yeah, I love to cry, man. I love to cry when I'm happy, when I'm sad, when something's funny enough. I don't know. I'm emotional, man. I'm sensitive, bro. And
man.
Real man.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, cry, man.
I think vulnerability is like it's the strongest thing you can do and be, you know. And I think there's some way we got so far along. I'm grateful for my father was always that way, and emotionally intelligent, allowed me to have big feelings versus like be so like, you know, tough and like, you know. I mean, if you can. I always say, man, I'm sweet. I ain't soft. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he says he's a lame, not a no. You're a square, but you're not a lame.
Yeah, I'm square, but I ain't a lion. Yeah, I'm squared up, but I'm not a lion. Yeah, I'll cry. I'm gonna cry. My kids even know. My
cry,
kids are just
man.
like, yeah, I'm gonna cry if I'm happy. Sal, you say something funny enough, I'll cry.
Yeah, dude. I literally, I mean, my tour manager always says like he'll look at my son and be like, your daddy cries more than you, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do, bro.
What? So that's something that people probably would have thought looking at you. Gruff exterior, beard, tattoos on the face. People wouldn't assume you're a crier.
Yeah,
That's what don't fans see? I guess behind the opinion. Like I know you have patience here. Is that for you?
Yeah, it was. You know, some days I wish I would have like tattooed it backwards so I could have seen it.
In the mirror, I thought about that.
But it was one of the first tattoos, face tattoos I got anyway, because it was like I think it was a reminder that like, and also a big step to go to the face and be like, this is coming. Like, I wanted everything like so badly when I wanted it, but I knew it was coming. I knew like timing is everything, you know. And now I'm so grateful that, again, with having a kid or having this career and the success, is that like I'm so grateful that I have it the time I have it now, because if I would have got this when I was 20, 23 or something, I'd have put this right up my nose and fucked this whole thing up. I would have ruined it, man. I would have absolutely blew it. And now I know there's enough life lived and enough like care and finesse into this that I know what I'm doing and I know what I'm saying and I know I have a difference to make to somebody, and I'm not just out here because I want to be rich and famous. You know what I mean?
That's so dope. What's the misconception people have when they find out, man, this guy's full of soul, this guy's full of tears, he got some, you know, do people, like you say, I'm sweet but I ain't soft, like you, what's the misconception that I think you've had to tighten people up on?
I think I've for the most part I've been pretty lucky of like I try to live as vulnerable as possible, that I don't have, you know, like too much like hatred coming towards me or anybody being like, you know, I think if anything this has worked in my favor to look this way and be the way that I am. I think in so many ways it's been like almost a gimmick, you know, that has worked when people see my face and hear my voice and go, oh shit, that's like I didn't expect that out of you. I didn't expect you to have that deepness and soul in it. And I think that's helped me, if anything, rather than like, I mean, other than going like Dubai or something. We were just out in Dubai like a week or two ago.
I'm not a Dubaier. I've never Dubai'd it.
It was cool, man. It was really cool. Like
I'm afraid of anywhere marijuana's illegal. Like I wore my
it's definitely
I had marijuana crumb. I didn't even realize it. I'm just like, I go to Dubai. Future be making a mix.
Yeah, that would be. I think they're kind of weird because like, you know, I was walking with Ira too, like not too long ago. We're walking through the hotel lobby, and it's cool if like, you know, they know who I am and it's fine and they treat you really well. But there's some places you go and they're like, you know, they're like, we're closed, and I'm like, no, you're not closed, you know. Or like, we're walking through the hallway to our room. Oh, we're walking through the hallway to our room, and this whole family looks at us and runs in the room and looks over like this like whole family of 5, and just because me and Ira are walking through there, and I was like, you know what, like I get that, like I kind of made myself look scary.
Yeah.
But I was like, you're just a black man, man. Yeah. You don't deserve to be scary at all, man. That's fucking weird, man. So they treat him like he's scary as fuck, and I was like, I understand me being treated scary as fuck, but it's this so they can be a little you know, a little fucking weird. It can get really racy and weird. Same thing with like Korea and stuff was like that too. It gets a little weird. They can get really like judgy and racy and like, you know, kind of like fucking walk into a place and like, we're closed, you know, and it's like, oh no, you're not. We're not gonna hurt you. Why is it gotta be that?
Wild shit, man. I wanted to ask what chapter you're entering now, but you can see it, man. You're entering fatherhood. Just hearing even the way you describe working with your team, I didn't hear a boss. I heard a leader.
Well, appreciate that, man.
It's to hear a son that honors his father, and the most honorable things that I'd like to be like. I'm a hero of my son, man. I'm seeing a man manifesting some dope and divine masculinity. It's really dope.
Thank you. That's really well said.
To get to know you, because we talked a little bit out in Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and I'm a fan of the music, so I think I know the person I'm a fan of. But having the opportunity to get to know you more today is truly an honor
here,
for
bro.
me, man.
Same here.
You make me proud to be Georgian.
You too, buddy.
We used to pass through your side of town going to Edenton. My grandfather was from Edenton, Georgia.
Oh yeah, right on.
Yeah, so it's like
I used to pass through there all the time on the way to like Milledgeville.
Yeah, exactly.
Some buddies out there.
That was an old Shine Runners route for him. His brother-in-law would make the Shine. My grandpa would transport.
Oh no way.
Yeah, into Edgewood. And Edgewood started gentrifying in the 90s, probably about 5-6 years after you were born. The Edgewood neighborhood started gentrifying, and the Shot House was my grandfather's cousin. He dropped the gallons of alcohol there. So I've had a lot of chances to drive back and forth on these highways and byways, and I found this state to be a lot more connected than we give ourselves credit to be. Is it a red state or is it a blue state? You have a Democratic mayor, Republican governor. None of that shit as much mattered as I know every time I drive through Macon, I'm stopping in that Waffle House. I'm going to play Allman Brothers before I get on 16 and go to Savannah. I know headed down to the racetrack, I'm going to go through Conyers, Covington. I know I'm going to see people that like Al Green, no matter what they look like.
Amen.
I'm proud that this state has an ambassador in you, not only musically, but just as a human being. So I'm proud to know your son's father, and I'm really appreciative that you've come here. Is there anything else you want to talk about?
Man, thank you. I love you, bro. That means a lot,
back,
bro.
Well, I must love you too, since I gave you
thank you.
Well, technically, I'm giving it to you because I got to replace that.
You just got to get some credit for something. You really, and you know what? Thanks to Swift for not allowing you to steal this from me.
Yeah, let me do this. I learned this from a woman named Jan. Quick, I want to just TikTok question you, right?
Okay.
Soul artist and album. Give me 5 that everyone needs to listen to or hear.
Songs in the Key of Life is the best album of all time.
Songs
I think.
Key of Life?
So,
yeah.
I would say.
Yeah, we know it's Stevie.
Yeah, Stevie Wonder. Yeah.
So if you can come here for this part, if you'd like to, we know this.
Yeah, since you making so much fucking noise.
Yeah, just come around here, stand over here. All right, so Swift joined us, but we're getting these, and we're gonna let our brother Teddy get out of the way because he has been gracious enough to come rock with us. All right. All right. Give us the 5 songs in the Key of Life.
Yeah, Songs in the Key of Life, Stevie. I think I gotta say Voyage to India, India Ari. That's one of my favorite albums ever, bro. I love that fucking
My wife's
record.
gonna leave me and marry you. God damn.
She's in a relationship.
I mean, they may go polish. She may do it for him. She won't do it for me.
She won't do it for me. If I had to say, God, maybe Message for the People, Ray Charles.
Message for People, Ray
That's
Charles.
a fucking great record too.
Any Al on there?
Yeah, definitely. I would say, you really can't beat the greatest hits of Al Green. I mean, might as well be say that maybe, but I don't know. Let's say
No, we can bench you out.
Yeah,
we got 2 more. You got 2 more slots.
Let's go. I feel like it would be wrong not to say What's Going On by Marvin Gaye. You gotta have it. And then I would probably say, man, I'd probably say Mothership, P-Funk, man. I gotta do that probably.
Wow.
Yeah, that makes sense, especially with some of the other activities.
Yeah. I had a few nights of that for sure.
What's your favorite R&B song of all time? Stronger Than Pride. That's for me. Because love really is stronger than pride. I can.
That's the way it was said. Yeah.
And her music for me has always been so honest. It never felt tragic. So for me, I would say today it'd be Stronger Than Pride. Who you going with?
Stevie Wonder. Probably between As and
come on.
As and shit. That's hard. Knocks me off my feet. Like
God, I love that
tune,
you know what I'm
saying?
man. I love that tune. I think for the simple.
Well, which 5 would you?
If I had to pick one, I think for the simple way that song caught me and changed my life forever, I'd have to say I'm So Tired of Being Alone by Al Green. I'd have to. That was the one for me that was like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
Maybe for me, Luther may be So Amazing.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Luther, man.
If you haven't seen that Luther Vandross
I
documentary,
have not. No.
please, when you're on a Delta flight, you probably never fly Delta anymore. You probably
Yeah. We
you
fly
still fly
Delta.
Delta?
Yeah, always.
All right, Delta.
I'm 360 member, my dog.
I go. Me too. I go
Come
diamond,
on.
though. I
Yes,
go
sir.
diamond. Fuck y'all. I go diamond.
Me too.
I would go diamond. I might not never fly commercial again in my life until I dip. Then I'm back commercial.
There's too much of us. Maybe in a couple years I can get the private flight.
Yeah, you
go.
fuck around and get $100 million over here. You got an excuse.
We
But
be scared of private a little bit.
I don't.
I've flown.
No,
a couple times.
I've you got to get a big enough plane because I've done. The first time I ever flew private, man, it was like one of these tiny little planes, and I was so excited to get on, and I was fucking terrified, bro. You felt every bump and thing. Man, my guitarist Jesse, he gives me this thing, and he says like, because it's moving so much, and I'm fucking scared for 3 hours on this flight, and he said, "Here, man, I saw this thing where they put like a model plane inside of Jell-O, and they shook it up a bunch, and no matter what, the plane never fell out of Jell-O." So we're gonna be safe. And I was like, bro, we're not in Jell-O. We're 30,000 feet in the sky. This is not fucking helpful, bro.
Shouts out to Jesse. Jesse got
I
the
see
good
what you're
dope.
trying to do, but this ain't fucking Jell-O,
Yeah,
brother.
I'm not a fan of the privates, man.
I
Put
like
me on the
privates.
big
I
boy.
like privates. I'm a fan of them.
So who are your favorite vocalists though?
Otis Redding is number one, I think, for sure, bro. It's like,
Georgia.
yeah, exactly,
Georgia.
bro. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, you can't. I mean, yeah, Otis, man. Dude, Macon boy. Yeah, dude. Otis, I think, is my number one singer ever.
I was allowed to be a part of his starting the Hollywood Walk of Fame ceremony. His
Oh,
family
wow.
had me
Yeah,
come
that's
speak.
what we did.
Yeah,
go
I
to
was
that.
absolutely. We got invited down to the farm. So whenever me and Shay go, I'll call you.
Oh, yeah, please. I got a chance to. We played in Macon a few years ago, and I got a chance to meet Carla. She was he does like a school out there for kids coming up, and
That's so dope.
get after school program and stuff, and so she gave me some T-shirts, came to our show, and I remember like her being
They're
like,
dope
"Dad
family,
would be
man.
so proud of you," and I was like, "Oh, that's
They're
the
a
fucking
dope
coolest thing I've ever gotten to
family.
hear." I love Otis Redding, man. He's my favorite singer.
Is it just
ever.
because of the voice or in the styling too though? The style, the way he
Yeah,
sings.
he just I think his dynamically is always so he goes from so big to so tiny and urgent and so like he just dynamically
Always feeling.
never like it never made sense dynamic. It's just so big
Any
scream and then tiny little
Any
vocal.
record of his that you love or enjoy singing?
Man, I would say Lucille. I love singing that one. Like Mr. Pitiful. Come on, man. That's a good record too, man. But I think lately Lucille's like been it's on our pre-show playlist.
If you want to give us a couple bars, we ain't.
Lucille, why won't you do your sister's will? Lucille, it's such a good tune.
Hey, come on,
You
man.
done ran off and
Come
left
on,
me.
man. I love it. Man. I wish I
love you
could sing. That's-
still.
If I had a wish, it would be that I could actually
I'm so
vocalize.
goddamn glad you can't.
If I could, I'd be a bad motherfucker.
Yes,
I
you
wouldn't
will.
even need these two chumps. It'll just be my
Yeah.
You still be crying. You still be crying all the time.
Bitch.
You just,
No, you cry on TV. You cry on TV talking about
Hey,
I
hey,
tell
look.
my secret.
Cry on
Don't make me bring up those.
Don't let them make you feel bad, Mike. Good.
Cry. My mama said,
You're doing a good thing, man.
William Swift is coming. It's time to go. It's been an amazing show
No, I gotta
with
answer
Teddy
one more.
Swift. No, you're
No,
late.
that's a good question.
No.
Go ahead. You got raise your hand. Go ahead, sir.
Mr. Michael. Mr. Mike.
Yes, Doc.
So-
Arch.
So right now, today, as a vocalist, like who you like and respect and like the motherfuckers can sing like they got it that we might know.
There's
Or should know. Who should we know?
dude, there's a cat I always think is one of the most amazing vocalists right now that I do, and he's a dear friend of mine. This guy Alan Stone.
Alan Stone.
Alan Stone is a fucking badass, man.
Alan Stone.
He also doesn't look like, he's blonde, curly haired, fucking dude. He's like a human version of Big Bird, but he's like fucking. His voice is just out of here, man. It's fucking insane. His voice is insane.
Okay,
Another blue-eyed soul guy, but
Right.
right.
You're going to check it out then.
But check it out. On another note too. Now, I guess I might put you in a tough position. Who out here bullshit?
Hey, it's time to
No,
go.
for real. Like,
Yeah, we're not. We're not that kind of
No.
Who
out here?
No, that's
Who
not
out here?
it is.
Who out here? You
No,
know, like
sir,
you know, who
we're
kinda,
not doing that.
Who kind
We're
of
not.
getting away with the
No,
bullshit?
we're not. We're not.
Who got all the little buttons on?
No,
Pro Tools. Who using all the Pro Tools?
It's been an
That's what you
amazing
want to know?
show.
No,
I'm gonna
Thank
tell you
you.
who using all the Pro
I'm about
Tools.
to go meet with the mayor.
you can give me an initial.
This nigga has lost his mind.
No, for real. Who? I mean, if
You trying to
if we
make sure
talking
we
politics,
never
like what
get-
politicians out here bullshitting? We can't say his name, bro.
No, we can talk about politics.
We can't say his name though.
We can't.
No,
We can't
exactly.
say his name.
We get flagged.
Yeah, we'll get flagged.
So I'm just asking,
But
like, what
Cam-
R&B singers? Because, like, what's happening to R&B? Is that shit gone?
R&B's coming
Is it
back.
dead?
I
Is
think
Yeah, thanks to him.
I think there's a lot of good R&B coming out, man. I think
Yeah.
there's a lot of good fucking
Shit,
kids
nice.
coming out. Like,
Summer, him, Chris, we got a lot of good
Yeah.
R&B.
Lucky Day's fucking amazing
fuck with Lucky
too, bro.
Day.
Lucky's great, bro. He's a fucking
What's
awesome.
wrong with you, man?
Oh, what's wrong with R&B?
Hey,
Yeah.
it's been a nice show. We're gonna go. Thank you, Teddy.
Yeah,
We
thank you,
appreciate you
man. Thank
greatly, man.
Thank you, Ira.
Love and
Shout out
respect,
to
man.
my
Thank you,
man,
Ira.
Ira.
I still want
Let's
to know
take-
who bullshit.
Let's take this. You bullshit.
My name's Michael Render. They call me Killer Mike. And this is Conversate. I just want to conversate. I just want to conversate, which I want to convert. Conversate's not a real word, but I encourage questioning. I want to encourage thought. I want to conversate. I want to have discussions with people that I may not agree with or that I may not understand and try to gain perspective. I think we all should be doing that. We all should be in talk. You know, we all should be in a constant state of talking because that's what precedes organizing and mobilizing and revolutionizing and changing things. I believe in the power of conversation. I believe in conversation. So I'm here to talk. I'm here to talk and I'm here to listen and learn. And I'm here to have people impress upon me different ways and thoughts and mentality. I believe in conversation. I believe in jive, talking, and rapping. What they used to call it. I'm a rapper. I'm rapping. But before rappers were rapping over beats for money, I want to exchange some respect with one another. You know. So we're gonna conversate. We're gonna check it out. Yeah. Conversate with Killer Mike.
Hey, y'all got a question for my crew? You want to talk to me, Bear Swift, or anybody and ask them something? I want you to come check us out at conversatewithkillermike@gmail.com. Send your questions in, send your thoughts and concerns, and we're going to make sure we get them up online where it'll be discussed, talked about, and hey, we even might invite you on the show. Let's conversate.